Alright my fighters, so since I published my previous video where I showed you my concept of how Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta should look like when he comes during the Legends Festival 2023, I got asked by many of you about when is the Legends Festival 2023 is going to start, and this is what we are going to discuss today, and let me know your opinion about it in the comments section below. Now before we start, don't forget to subscribe my channel if you haven't already to stay notified with everything you know about Dragon Ball Legends. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button and share the video with your friends. Now without any further ado, let's just get started. So in order to be able to predict when the Legends Festival 2023 is going to start, we are going to take the old Legends festivals as a reference point, and then with the help of that, we are going to predict when the Legends Festival 2023 is going to start. So if we start with the very first Legends Festival that we got, which was during the 2020, it was basically the Legends Limited Ultra Instinct Saiyan Goku, and that came on the 27th of November 2020. So this is the time for the first part, and that banner had the Legends Limited Ultra Instinct Saiyan Goku, and then the Pride Troopers Jiren, Toppo, and Despo. And all of these four characters were very useful at their time, and that was very awesome. And as you can see, the banner was stacked. We had 4 different characters on the banner, which was absolutely insane. All of them were sparking and all of them were good. Jiren and Ultra Instinct Saiyan Goku were absolutely phenomenal. Despo and Toppo were actually pretty good as well, especially Toppo. Toppo's ultimate was very annoying because he looks in the opponent, and at that time it was a very annoying ability. Even now it is, but his damage isn't as annoying as before, and that's why it's not as annoying as before. However, this was part 1 and it started on the 27th of November. Now what about part 2? Well, in part 2 we got actually Gogeta Blue, and that wasn't intended to rhyme, but it did rhyme. Anyways, this was at that time the absolute most anticipated character in the game. Everyone and their mama were asking for Gogeta Blue, like literally everyone was asking for Gogeta Blue, and we finally got him. And as you can see, that part started on the 23rd of December. However, this part didn't have only one banner, it had double Legends Limited banners. The first one, as you can see, is the Gogeta banner, and the other one is the Broly banner. We got both Gogeta Blue and Super Broly at the same time, and this one was actually one of the few times when Legends hit top grossing throughout the entirety of the Play Store. Not only in the gaming section, but the entirety of the Play Store. And you can actually understand it because, as I said before, Gogeta Blue was the absolute most anticipated character at that time. And the Broly as well is absolutely phenomenal and a very hype character. The movie, I think, was 2 years old or 3 years old. I think 2 years old. Yeah, the movie was released in 2018, right? So yeah, it was 2 years old, so it wasn't that old as well. So that was a very hype time actually, and we indeed did hit top grossing in the entirety of the Play Store, which is something that Legends didn't hit so many times actually. I think it hit it only 3 times if we count even Vegeta Blue right now. So this is a major milestone for this banner. Anyways, as you can see, this was the end of the Legends Festival 2020. So the first part was on the 27th of November, the second part was on the 23rd of December. Now moving forward to the next Legends Festival, everyone was very hyped for it because we saw from the previous Legends Festival it was extremely hype. So we went on to the next Legends Festival and it exceeded everything we expected. That was the very time we got a tag character, and did they deliver with that tag character? This is still one of the absolutely most gorgeous characters in the game in terms of animations. And by the way, Gogeta is still #1 in my opinion. But that's my humble opinion. I know many people are going to say that these boys are maybe better. Maybe some people might say even Ultra Vegeta Blue, but in my opinion there is no Ultra character that is actually looking better than this one and this one. These two are just gorgeous. Their animations are just on another level. Like, there is no comparison in my opinion. But let me know your opinion about it in the comments section below. Anyways, this one came on the 24th of November, so 3 days earlier than the year before it. And this one was, this time, instead of giving us actually part 1 as one banner and part 2 as 2 banners, they gave us part 1 as 2 banners. The first one was the Goku tag Vegeta, and the second one was the Sword of Hope Trunks. Everybody was actually expecting the Sword of Hope Trunks to be the main headliner, and when they revealed him, we were like, yeah, we expected that. And then Toshi came in with the thing that we didn't expect and nobody expected, because there was literally nothing called tag switch at that time. This was the very first time they did it. And he revealed this character, and oh my god, did people forget about Trunks. Trunks was long gone after 2 minutes of his reveal. That was absolutely insane. The reveal was on another level. They really did deliver absolutely phenomenally with this banner. Anyways, as you can see, we got 2 banners for the first part of the Legends Festival 2021, and both of them came on the 24th of November. Now we move forward to the second part. As you can see, we got this time a summonable Ultra character, and that was expected because we started to get free-to-play Ultra characters, and then Toshi revealed the last free-to-play Ultra character until now. He is still the last free-to-play Ultra character, and that is Ultra Omega Shenron, and said that the free-to-play Ultra characters aren't going to appear for a while now. And he didn't lie. He didn't lie. Since then, we haven't gotten even a single free-to-play Ultra character. Now, this banner came on the 24th of December. Unfortunately, as you can see here, the date is wrong, because every time the banner comes back, the date updates, because of the fact that they come back on their own banner again, so the banner's date gets updated. Unlike the Legends limited characters, they come back on other characters' banners. The Ultra characters never come back on other banners, but instead they come back with their original banner, so that's why the date here is wrong. He came actually on the 24th of December, which is pretty much, I think, the same date, right? Yeah, it is 1 day later, 1 day later. So they gave us actually 4 days in total between the first Legends Festival and the second Legends Festival. Anyways, the Ultra Super Gogeta was absolutely phenomenal. His animations maybe weren't that hype for the majority of players. I thought that they were okay for the very first summonable Ultra character. They were very awesome actually. He was indeed the very first Ultra character, so you wouldn't expect them to bring that insane amount of hype with it. But he was really awesome. He was the most broken character at that time. There was no discussion about it. You have him, you win. Just like now Ultra Vegeta Blue, he was even worse, because at his time there weren't characters like Goku and Frieza and Ultra Gogeta Blue. Instead, he was actually the absolute king of the game without anyone even trying to catch up to him. He was just the absolute king. So you have him, you win. You don't have him, well, guess what? So yeah, basically this was the second part. Now, if you notice something interesting about the very first Legends Festival that we got and the second Legends Festival that we got, Both of them were part 1 and part 2, because until this Legends Festival, Dragon Ball Legends was actually doing part 1 and part 2. However, when we went on to the next celebration, which was basically the anniversary, the 4th anniversary had a surprise and not a pleasant one. It made the celebrations 3 parts, and instead of giving us double banners on one part and then give us one banner on the second part, we got actually one banner on each part, which was one of the most annoying stuff that they did actually during a hype celebration. And unfortunately, the last Legends Festival that we got after this one was basically affected by that, and we got our boys, the Super Saiyan 4s, and that was basically on the 25th of November. And as I said before, this time we didn't get double banners, instead we got only one banner. However, this was part 1, and then they went on with part 2. Part 2 came on the 14th of December, so you can see that there wasn't actually that much of a time between them. We got pretty much after how many? Yeah, there was like 6 days here, and then basically 14 days here, so that's 20 days between them. That's only 20 days between the 2 banners. And what is even more hilarious is what we got after them, which was this, and this came also on the 24th of December. So that was 10 days after actually the release of this banner. If I am not mistaken, this came on the 24th of December. If it's not, it was between the 24th and the 30th, because usually they like to release these characters on the Christmas celebration. So that they can make as much money as possible with them. So basically, even if it was on the 30th, that pretty much gives us only 16 days, and that isn't good either. So basically, it was a pretty crazy time for free-to-play players to live in Dragon Ball Legends, especially with how broken this boy was. This boy just crazy. He was just absolutely insane. So if we look at something that has to do with the Legends Festival, is that they usually like to deliver absolutely broken characters with it. So basically, if we look at first, Gogeta Blue, he was absolutely phenomenal, and Broly was a beast. He was an absolute beast. So these 2 characters on the Christmas celebration, they were absolutely magnificent. We move on to the next one, Super Gogeta, absolutely magnificent. The king of the PvP, and nobody was able to catch up with him. He was just absolutely insane. And then we move forward to the next Legends Festival, Ultra Gogeta Blue. Once again, the king of PvP. Nobody was able to stand beside him. He was in his own tier when it comes to tier lists, and he was just the god of PvP. So basically, you can see that there is something interesting about the Legends Festival, and that is the last character they release in it is always extremely broken. Not just broken, extremely broken. And if you notice from the 4th anniversary and the 3rd anniversary, the Revival Gohan was broken, but he wasn't extremely broken. The Ultra Super Vegeta was broken, but he wasn't super broken. He wasn't actually on the level of Ultra Super Gogeta, for example. At his time, he was better than Ultra Super Gogeta, obviously, duh, he was 6 months later, so obviously he is going to be better than him, but at his release, he wasn't actually as good as Ultra Super Gogeta at his release. So you can see that usually they like to make the characters of the Legends Festival better than the anniversary characters, and that is for a reason. During the anniversary, there isn't that high competition between the games, so it's easier for them to create characters that are hype in terms of animations and doesn't actually make that effort in their kit and sell very well. However, it's much harder for them to sell as well during the Christmas celebration, where it is pretty much the highest competition between all games. And basically with characters that aren't as good as these characters. So that's, in my opinion, why they like to make the Christmas celebration characters extremely broken. It is most likely because they want actually to make as much money as possible with them, and the more broken they make them, the more people will want to summon for them, and that is how they are going to maximize their profit. And usually the Christmas celebration is where all games actually targets, because of the fact that people are most likely are actually going to be paying, because it's the time where people like to pay most of their money during. So that's why all games try to target that period between the 24th and the 3rd, maybe the 2nd and 3rd of January as well, a little bit, but after the 30th, basically the willingness of paying for people goes down a little bit. So between the 24th and the 30th, that's the period that the games target. Anyways, from this and from everything that we went through, I think that we should expect the first part to come on the around on the 24th of November or the 25th of November, because that's usually when it comes. So this is the period where we should expect the first part. Now, since they did make the 5th anniversary as well, a 3-part celebration, I think we are going to see a second part and a third part, obviously. And the second part is going to be most likely on the 14th of December, because they don't have a lot of time here. It's not like the anniversary, they have 3 different months that they can basically spread the content across. Instead, this time they have only 1 month pretty much, because the celebration starts on the 25th of November, and you have only up until the 24th of December. So it's only 1 month pretty much that they have. So they have to make it like this. So I think that part 2 is going to be on the 14th of December, and then the last part, which is part 3, is going to be either on the 24th or the 25th of December. That's when we are going to get actually part 3 with the Ultra, which should be Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and he should be on another level. So we will see, I am hopeful. Anyways, I hope that this video was useful for you, and if it was, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so that they can enjoy it too. And if you got any useful information from this video, or if you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe my channel and turn on the notification bell beside it to stay notified with everything new about Dragon Ball Legends. And with that being said, see you as always in the next video of Dragon Ball Legends.